Hello everybody, hello the student in grade 10. Okay, today we are going to continue our lesson. Okay, chapter 15, Town and Countries. Unit 1, the capital city. Okay, what is the capital city of Cambodia? What? Okay, you can open your book on page 86 and 87. Okay, our lesson we are going to learn about reading skill, introduce about statement in present perfect passive. Okay, we practice quantifier. The quantifier some, any, a lot. So this is quantifier in many. Okay, before we start to our new lesson, okay, I want to show you some part that you have learned. Okay, example you have learned unit 3. Okay, unit 3 chapter 15. Okay, you have learned about will. Okay, the will for future and mind for possibility. Okay, when we use a will for prediction in the future, before something happen in the future. Okay, example. Okay, for will, okay, you can ask and you have learned about will be. Example, will there be? Will there be? A lot, a lot of people living in Phnom Penh. In Phnom Penh. Okay, when you answer, you can use might. Okay. Probably. You can say probably. Okay, for might, for both of us as probably something will happen or not happen. It is just a prediction, okay, for the future. Then yes, okay, you can say yes. Okay, there. Yes, probably. Okay. Probably. Okay. Oh, sorry. Probably. Probably, or you can say it possibly, it might, it might, it might, it be, it might, it might be. It might be or there might be, let's say there might be, let's say this, there might be many people from the country, from the countryside. Okay, this is you just say yes, there probably, there might be, or there will be. ចឹងកាលណាយើងប្រើសំណួរសម្រាប់ទស្សន៍ទាយពីអនាគតយើងប្រើ will there be ថានឹងមាន will there be a lot of people live in Phnom Penh. You can say yes probably, or you can say yes really. You can stop, or you can you see me, or can you there. Yeah, probably there might be many people from the countryside. So from the countryside. The countryside is just about from the countryside. ចឹងនេះគឺជាការសាកសួរអំពី will there be មកយើងទូទៅថា will there be a lot of people infected from COVID-19 ថានឹងមានប្រជាជនច្រើនទេដែលរងផលប៉ះពាល់ឬក៏ឆ្លងពីជំងឺ COVID ទៅអនាគត Say yes, probably. If we don't care, if we don't follow the Ministry of Health rule, we will meet a lot of people infected, be infected from COVID-19. Okay, so this is for will and mind. They will use for prediction or we use for something will happen as well for future. Okay, now let's go to sorry. Okay, let's learn vocabulary. Oh, sorry. Okay, vocabulary. We talk about the picture, the story, the vocabulary. Circumstance, circumstance. Domestic. Oh, sorry. Let me see again. Maybe. Vocabulary. Circumstance, circumstance, circumstance. Domestic, domestics. Easily, easily. Institution, institution. Moreover, moreover. Production, production. Poverty, property, property. Rather. Strategy, strategy. Strategy, rather. Property, production. Moreover, institution. Easily, domestic. Circumstance. So you can copy this word into your notebook. Go to picture. Here this is the picture of Wat Phnom. It's in the picture maybe in 2000, but now changed a lot from this picture because from the old picture, and a lot of building and a lot of new things they were have been built. They had been built in the Wat Phnom. This is the old picture in maybe in 2000 or more, so 2001, 2 or 3 picture. Okay, what can you see here? Okay, what can you see here? We can see this is the monument or the temple on the hill, and this is the dragon, dragon sculpture. Yeah. The head of dragon sculpture. This is the automatical clocks, automatical clock. Okay. On the south, on the south of what of the temple in the south of the temple. So you can see the big clock, the automatic clock that walk. Okay. It still work every day. Okay. It is the time. It is a punctual clock. Okay, who has been there? Okay. The people, the old people used to live there, especially Lady Queen. The people, Lady Queen, who was the lady used to live that used to live there. Lady Queen used to live on the hill, and she built, and then she built Wat Phnom, or we can build a temple for keeping the Buddha statue that she collect from the floating rock from the river, Chatamuk River. And what did you see? What we saw in the temple, the tree, and the dragon sculpture, the head of dragon sculpture. Okay, now let's go to read the text together, everyone. Phnom Penh has been the capital of Cambodia since 1866 and now has a population of rather more than 1.4 million people. The city has built around a hill of Phnom, as we say in Khmer, where an old lady known as Lady Pen used to live. It also lies on the western side of the Chatamuk. It seems likely that King Punyayat moved the capital here from Angkor because of political circumstance of his time. His decision was moreover part of new strategy for the defense of country. The Phnom falls easily into two main sections. The north of the city are lots of government institutions. This includes the National Library, the main post office, the railway station, and the central markets, as well as some parks. Many of these buildings were built during the time when France controlled Cambodia. To the south of Phnom Penh are the Royal Palace, the Parliament Building, and the National Museum. There are several beautiful old temples along the river too, which contribute to the city's charming character. Here beside the river is the center of Phnom Penh line. Around these two areas many domestic properties and various factories for the population of closest have been built. Like other cities, Phnom Penh has lots of problems to deal with. Perhaps the biggest problem this day is considerable increase in the amount of the traffic on the roads. There are now a huge number of cars and motorbikes on the streets, which however have not been made any wider. Population, noise, and accidents are on the increase, so what is predicted. Okay, so turn back to our text again and translate it. Everyone, one by one together. Phnom Penh has been built. This is the present perfect passive. Has been. Oh, sorry, not the present perfect only. Phnom Penh has been the capital of Cambodia since 1866 and now has a population of rather more than 1.4 million people. ភ្នំពេញជារាជធានីរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាតាំងពីឆ្នាំ1866ហើយឥឡូវមានចំនួនប្រជាជនច្រើនជាង14លាននាក់តែជាង 1.4 លាននាក់ហើយឥឡូវប្រហែលជា2លាននាក់3លាននាក់ប្រហែល maybe because it is the state the data in 2000 the statistic in 2000, so maybe now maybe 2 or more than 2 million people live in Phnom Penh. The city was built around a hill of Phnom, as we say in Khmer. ទីក្រុងគឺត្រូវបានសាងសង់នេះទម្រង់ simple passive. ភ្នំពេញត្រូវបានកសាងរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលត្រូវបានកសាងនៅជុំវិញទីទួលមួយឬក៏ហៅថាភ្នំដែលយើងនិយាយជាភាសាខ្មែរ where an old lady known as Lady Pen used to live. ជាកន្លែងដែលដូនចាស់ម្នាក់ដែលយើងស្គាល់ថាជាដូនពេញធ្លាប់រស់នៅទីនោះ It also lie on the western side of the Chatamuk. វាពី lie នេះគឺលាតសន្ធឹងឬក៏វាលាតសន្ធឹងនៅភាគខាងលិចនៅផ្នែកខាងលិចនៃទន្លេ Chatamuk. It seems likely that King Punyayat moved the capital here from Angkor. វាហាក់ដូចជាព្រះមហាក្សត្រព្រះបាទពញ្ញាយ៉ាតបានដូររាជធានីមកកាន់ទីនេះពីអង្គរ because of the political circumstance of his time ពីព្រោះតែដោយសារតែកលៈទេសៈនយោបាយរបស់ព្រះអង្គនៅសម័យនោះ his decision was moreover part of new strategy for defend the country គំនិតព្រះអង្គគឺថាជានេះទៅទៀតគឺជាយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រថ្មីសម្រាប់ការពារប្រទេស Phnom Penh fall easily into two main sections ទីក្រុងភ្នំពេញបានចែកចេញជាពីរផ្នែកសំខាន់ section main section ពីរផ្នែកសំខាន់ in the north of city are lots of government institution នៅភាគខាងជើងផ្នែកខាងជើងរបស់ទីក្រុងគឺសម្បូរទៅដោយស្ថាប័នរដ្ឋ This included the National Library, the main post office, the railway station, and the central market, as well as some parks. ទាំងនេះរួមមានបណ្ណាល័យជាតិការិយាល័យប្រៃសណីយ៍កន្លែងផ្លូវរថភ្លើង the railway station ផពីនេះគឺប្រៃសណីយ៍ railway station ផ្លូវដែកផ្លូវអាយស្មៅយិន the central market ផ្លូវផ្សារកណ្ដាលក៏ដូចជា some parks សួនច្បារ Many of these buildings were built during the time when France controlled Cambodia គារទាំងនេះត្រូវបានសាងសង់កំឡុងសម័យបារាំងគ្រប់គ្រងកម្ពុជា To the south of Phnom Penh are the Royal Palace, the Parliament Building, and the National Museum. ចំពោះទិសខាងត្បូងនៃរាជធានីវិញគឺមានព្រះបរមរាជវាំង Parliament Building អគាររដ្ឋសភា National Museum និងបណ្ណានិងអសរមន្ទីរជាតិ There are several beautiful old temples along the river too, which contribute to the city charming character ក៏មានប្រាសាទចាស់ៗដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតជាច្រើននៅតាមដងទន្លេផងដែរដែលធ្វើឲ្យដែលចូលរួមដែលធ្វើឲ្យជាមានលក្ខណៈជាមន្តស្នេហ៍តាក់ទាញដល់ទីក្រុង charming គឺមានមន្តស្នេហ៍ហើយ character ហ្នឹងគឺលក្ខណៈគឺមានប្រាសាទចាស់ៗដែលជាលក្ខណៈធ្វើឲ្យទីក្រុងមានភាពតាក់ទាញ Here beside the rivers ក្រៅពីនេះគឺមានទន្លេផងដែរ is the center of Phnom Penh line ជាមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលជីវិតជាជីវិតរបស់ទីក្រុងភ្នំពេញ ជាសភ័ណរបស់ទីក្រុងភ្នំពេញ Around these two areas many domestic properties and various factories for the production of clothes have been built. This is the present past scene. នៅជុំវិញតំបន់ទាំងពីរគឺតំបន់ North and South of វត្តភ្នំនោះ the domestic property មានន័យថាទ្រព្យសម្បត្តិនៅក្នុងស្រុកជាច្រើននិង various factory និងរោងចក្រជាច្រើន for production of clothes សម្រាប់ផលិតផលសម្លៀកបំពាក់ត្រូវបានកសាងពីនៅឆ្នាំ 2000 ឬក៏មុនឆ្នាំ 2000 ទេ But now they be moved to the rural area in the district. Especially in the Kampong Cham province, we have the Prechol district, Skun district. But the district was built about a lot of cloth factory and other. Like other cities, Phnom Penh has a lot of problem to deal with. Actually, I can see here. Okay, that's all right. Like other cities ក៏ដូចជាទីក្រុងដទៃទៀត Phnom Penh has a lot of problems to deal with. Phnom Penh គឺមានបញ្ហាច្រើនណាស់ដែលត្រូវដោះស្រាយ Perhaps the biggest problem this day is the considerable increase in the amount of traffic on the roads. ប្រហែលជាបញ្ហាដ៏ធំបំផុតសប្តាហ៍នេះគឺចំនួនកើនឡើងគេ considerable ឬច្រើនគេ considerable ច្រើនវាគឺការកើនឡើងគឺការកើនឡើងចំនួនដ៏ច្រើន on in the amount of traffic on the road គឺបញ្ហាចរាចរណ៍នៅលើដងផ្លូវ These are now a huge number of cars and motorbikes on the street which however have not been made any wider. Little pass little perfect pass see what's well ក៏មានចំនួនយានយន្តគឺក៏មានរថយន្តគឺមានឡានមានម៉ូតូកើនឡើងខ្លាំងនៅតាមដងផ្លូវដែលផ្លូវគឺមិនបាន which the street which however have not been made any wider ដែលផ្លូវហ្នឹងមិនទាន់ធ្វើបានធំទូលាយនៅឡើយ Okay, but now we change a lot. The road is was been wider. Pollution, noise, and accident are on the increase, so was it predicted. ចំនួនការបំពុលបរិស្ថានគឺការបំពុលខ្យល់អាកាស noise សំឡេងលើឡាសំឡេងឧបករណ៍ and accidents និងគឺការគ្រោះថ្នាក់គឺកើនឡើងដូច្នេះវាកាន់ត្រូវបានទទួលស្គាល់ថាកាន់តែអាក្រក់ Okay, when we don't care about traveling, don't care about the road, about our which call as well. Okay, everyone, our presentation is finished, and now I want you to read this, and you can find the answer for the next hour. 1. Lady Peng lived A. in Phnom Penh, B. on the hill, C. at Angkor, D. in Wat Phnom. 2. King Punyayat moved his capital because he need to A. protect his country, B. change his circumstance, C. continue with his strategy, D. build a new place. 3. You can find the dot in the south section of the city. A. Main post office, royal palace, C. national library, D. railway station. 4. The city has a problem because dot A. the roads are too wide, B. there isn't enough traffic, C. the roads are wide enough, D. there are too many people. 5. The dot did contribute most to Phnom Penh charming character. A. domestic properties, B. factories, C. car air, D. temple. Okay, the statement in the present perfect passive negative, sorry, this is for the start lesson, but I confused to write it again. Okay, thank you everyone for visiting this video, and you can find all the answer from the statement, the multiple here, A, B, C or D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and see you next lesson. Goodbye and good luck.